everyone. Jai Hind.
Good
Good
morning, sir.
morning, sir.
Okay, Subodh, you want card number?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you take 73.
Okay, sir.
Sonu, uh, you can just give your introduction. Okay, I think some network issue. Pooja,
Yes, sir.
are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Sanjivani,
Yes, sir.
okay, can you keep time?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead, Pooja.
Good morning, everyone. Today's my lecture topic is role of NGO. So, NGO act as a mediator between government and citizen. The function of NGO is to focus all the issues concerning human rights, social, environmental, and advocacy. They work to promote and improve the social and political condition of the society on a broad scale. And it is a ability to inspire, facilitate, or contribute to the improved thinking and the action to promote changes with the help of NGOs. Suppose you have to start NGO, you should firstly decide the mission of NGOs, set up board, director, and members, decide the name of NGOs, and get your NGO registered and start collecting fund. It is a very important thing, and it is a NGO helps to conceptualization and formulate projects that respond to the community's particular needs constraint. And NGO is a very important to the people organization and organizing form which is demonstrate to the people participation. uh, Basically NGO is a non-government organization and is a non-profit group that functions independently of any government, and it is sometimes called as a civil societies are organized or a community national or international level to serve a social or a political goals such as a humanitarian causes or the environment. So uh, before join any organization, you should immediately support NGO campaign on a social media or attend rallies and other public events to participate and converse with the link-minded individuals. And it is very important to do NGOs also regularly for post jobs for volunteers and employees on a social media of their official website. And it NGO takes up a execute project to promote welfare the community. They work with all issues with the public civil services, and they work to address various concern issues prevailing with the societies. And it is a very good run on the donation made by individuals and corporate or institution. So it is a well helping mobility to the local resources to be used for the development, and it is help building to the self reliant and sustainability society. So it is play a role of mediator between the people and the government. NGOs are actually a facilitate for the development, education, and professionalization. So it is a there are some advantage that is we are experiment freely with the innovative approaches and necessary to take risks or supported to the social economical problems. So it is a very
Time
it
up.
is a so lastly I will conclude that it is a over well managed and the free cultural NGOs where everyone have their own personal life and own interest based on this all social activities. So there is no restrict in the NGO that works for
आई दादा
providing
लाऊं क्या?
support and the better living to the senior citizen of the society. Thank you.
Okay, good, Pooja. Role of NGOs. We keep seeing how NGOs are really contributing to the development of society. There are some children related NGOs, some women empowerment related, environment concerned. We see these NGOs are contributing a lot. They help the government, they help the society, they help empowerment of different sections of society. So that is very good. Okay, Subodh ready? Subodh,
Yes, sir, I'm ready.
ready? Okay, Pooja, keep time.
Yes, sir. You can start, Subodh.
Okay. So good evening, good morning, gentlemen. My lecture topic is reservation policy. So we know that how important is the reservation policy. Reservation policy is not present today, but it was also present in ancient India. If we talk about the ancient civilization of Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, there also reservation policies are there. But at that time, there is a division of rich and poor, and according to that, there is two separate parts in the Harappan civilization. So because of that, policy follows from that point of view. Now, if we talk about the reservation policy in today's era, after India got independence in 1947, and when Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar formed our constitution, so reservation had been given to SC STs. Later on, after the Mandal Commission report in 1987, we added OBCs. So from that point of view, reservation policy is very important because these minorities, that is SC, STs, OBCs, EWS, these all minorities face a lot of problems from the higher caste people, and they are also and they are also not get education properly just because of their financial problems. They have to do laborious work and they have to work in the other fields so that they can earn money. Daily wage workers and all those things are also there, and due to that, reservation policy is very important from that point of view. Reservation policy, if we talk in education, it is playing a very important role. Now we are seeing that the engineers, the doctors, now the engineers, doctors, we get it from the minority committee also because minorities are also getting chance. Because of that, in Indian Constitution, in preamble, socialist word is there, and according to socialist word, rich and poor should give equal status. So because of that, from education point of view, reservation policy is very important. The more we educate the minorities, or the more we educate the people who are from rural background, or especially those who are kids of farmers, so definitely they will get more and more chance to get into the prestigious service. That if they educated more, so we can also inducted into the army, into the armed forces, the one of the most best officers that we have got from minorities. So these are the things. And the other thing is that minorities uh, reservation policy is just for the is not just for the development of the minorities, but it also plays a very important role in the development of the society as well as in the development of the country. We know that how the women are facing a lot of crisis when in the ancient times, and now also in some of the parts, women are also facing a lot of problems. And general awareness is also required for that. General awareness
Last
is
30
the
seconds.
best thing that we have to do. So, lastly, I want to conclude that, and according to my opinion, reservation policy not only helps to develop the society, to develop the minorities, to develop our country, but it also protects. But it also protects the minorities of being deprived of education. So that is the main thing, because education is the weapon in our hand. If we can use it in a constructive way, so definitely we will develop in a constructive manner. Thank you.
Okay, Subodh, I have something to suggest on this topic. Reservation policy, when we got independence, what was the criteria? It was caste based reservation. Today we see how things are shifting. We have reservation for women, we have reservation for uh, some of the tribal people, we have reservation for physically disabled or challenged Divyang people. Now time has come that our nation, after 75 years almost independence, we can think of changing the criteria. There is a growing demand because now caste based reservation probably is not the need of the hour. In fact, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar also recommended the reservation to be time bound so that to uplift the underprivileged society which had no chance to come up. Now it is the criteria should be economy, economy based. Those who are really poor, irrespective of their caste, can get reservation. This is something you are expected to speak on these topics because time is changing, society is changing. We see growing demands of Jats, Maratha, even Brahmins. They are also seeking now some kind of reservation because a lot of people are poor now. And what about the people who are from the lower caste and got the reservation and now into the second, third generation of officer cadre or uplifted? So should they continue with reservation or the creamy layer policy? How much honestly it is being implemented or people are honest or not on that subject? So we need to touch upon things. Opinion should be we need to review our reservation policy. women empowerment is happening, our rural empowerment is happening, caste based empowerment is reasonably coming up. We will not say it is 100% achieved, but now what about those people who are in forward caste, open caste, but they are into poor category? They are not able to afford the job seeking or higher education. There are many things. And secondly, whether we should apply this reservation across the board, this is also one of the area where you can put your opinion. Because defense there is no reservation, because there is no compromise on capability. So why should we compromise in some other sectors such as MBBS? Should we compromise the talent? These are the questions you may raise on such topics. Should not be compromised. Yes, job you can compromise to some extent, but what about these critical areas where talent cannot be compromised? People should be deserving enough or studying enough to go and serve the people. Okay, Subodh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Who is ready now?
Sir.
Okay, Mukesh साहब. मस्के साहब, गुड मॉर्निंग. तुमचा म्यूट आहे, आवाज आवाज म्यूट आहे. आवाज येत नाही आहे बनसोडे साहेब.
Yes, yes, I have started now.
ओके ओके गुड.
Best luck to you. Very thankful.
ओके थँक्यू.
You have arranged very nicely, and I am also nowadays trying to speak in English.
Very nice. It should
Uh,
inspire the young kids that at age is not a criteria to
yes,
young
yes,
kids to
yes,
learn something. Good, good. Very nice.
yes. This
You,
is the age to learn something.
yes, sir. You can
After
also.
after after 40 to 60 years, I have started learning English.
Okay, good, good, good. And you have got good company of all Maratha boys
Yes, yes, yes,
posted.
yes. Wing
Okay.
Commander sir, Bansor sir, and all our colleagues are very nice
Yes,
and
yes.
working very well.
Sir, you can also come prepared on any topic, whatever views you want to express, or it can be a very casual talk also. No issue.
Yes, yes, I will try.
Okay, okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Mukesh Saab, ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Subodh, keep time.
Yes, sir. Sir, you can start.
Okay. Good morning, sir, and my dear friends. History is witness when the woman proved their power and confidence in front of the enemy. Yes, friends, the Rani Lakshmi Bai, Jalki Bai, Durga Devi, they proved their self and defend their nation very well. Yes, friends, today's my topic is gender parity in armed forces. You know, friends, in the armed forces now, army is opened his door for the women cadets in the ND entry and also for the Sainik school. And if you see present status of women in the armed forces, it's a number only 9,000. It's a very less number. We need to increase it. But friends, there is some reason behind it. First is we can say the fear of women's security during the operation and the war. And other things we can say the physically demanding in the army. It's very necessary because someone in not fit in physically that time its effect to the our efficiency and the concern of their physically related we can say them maternity ability of the stand with the ground forces and other is the fear of molestation and you know the in the army in the armed forces the bulk of JCO and ORs they comes from the rural area. They are not ready to accept women as a commander during the operation and India is largely depend on traditional mindset. It's also effect to women entry in the armed forces. And other hand, we can say the attendant hazard and trauma possibility of the being made a prisoner of a war. So it's effect to the country's means dignity. And other one is the ability we can say the compared to the men. It's a biologically proof fact that the average women are weaker than the men. But friend, we can do something. There is a lot of way forward. The woman already serving in a non-combat position in armed forces. They proved their self very nicely, and they serve a very good manner in the armed forces. And other one, we can say the further would be significant boost to the woman empowerment through the
And 30
armed
seconds.
forces. And other one, we can say the if the number increase in armed forces of women, it's also make a good environment for them. uh, I would like to conclude my topic, friends. We need to support the women to come forward, and also they join the army, and we should aware our community, our village, and as well as in our environment. They
Time
can
up.
give chance to the women for armed forces. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Okay, Mukesh Sab, relevant topic, very very apt topic in current scenario when the NDA doors are open for women entries. Girls can join as early as after 12th. It's a very good sign. It is a sign of mature democracy. It is a sign of developing nation, and the society is accepting it. We were slow on it. Our paramilitary forces opened door long back. Our first IPS officer was Mrs. Kiran Bedi. But today we see our armed forces are accepting in different roles. We also started long back in 90, but army is slow on it because of our socio-economic background of all the troops. Secondly, in the combat scenario, should we open all the arms services? Slowly we are on it. We open the services. Thereafter we are opening different arms. Even combat role in Air Force, that has been opened. In Navy, it is opening up. But in army, infantry, armored, or artillery, it will take some time, and there are some valid reasons. It will take some time to accept at the front line of the defense to be to place the women cadre, and there are obvious reasons. But the heartening thing is our society is now talking of everything. In every field, women have proved their capability. There was no question as such on capability. It was the scenario, it was the surrounding. The system has to evolve, because if the troops are from rural background, so far we had most of the troops were from rural background. So mindset in the combat field scenario was a key. Should they be accepting the orders from the lady on top? That was a big question. Secondly, the conditions there, very very harsh conditions. Basic amenities, living conditions plus amenities in the patrolling area or on the LC or LOC scenario. The things are very very harsh from the climate point of view, from the weather point of view, and the infrastructure, because these are the areas where one may need to stay in bunkers, no toilet facilities, or there are some conditions when you are isolated. So these are the practical problems, and things will open up slowly. Yes, Air Force and naval bases are there, well, administrative point of view they are much more organized, but army in the front line arms, it will take time. But now NDA doors opening, it signifies that our girls now can compete for all these places, for all these posts. And though the vacancy is very less, Supreme Court has already objected. For the first batch, it was okay to have very very little vacancy, but why not for second advertisement? That was a big question raised by the Supreme Court. Now probably in times to come, vacancies will also increase and girls will prove their mettle. Who knows? In our lifetime, we will see Chief of Army Staff, maybe a girl. Today's girl may be a Chief of Army Staff in tomorrow's world. Okay, good. Who is next?
Sir, I am.
Okay, Sanjivani. Mukesh Saab, keep time. Mukesh Saab, one correction. Uh, the pronunciation of armed forces. You just
Sir.
review it. You can listen afterwards. Pronunciation can be little refined. Okay.
Sir.
Okay. Go ahead.
Sir, I want cards.
Okay, I'll put message, Suraj.
Sanjeevani, you can start.
Okay. Good morning to all. Today my lecture topic is Judicial System in India. The India judicial system follow the common law system basis on recorded judicial process. It as inheritance from the British colonial legacy. The court system of India comprise the Supreme Court of India, the High Court and subordinate court at district, municipal and village level. First of all, Supreme Court. It is the apex court of the country and was constituted on 28th January 2015. The Supreme Court comprised of the Chief Justice of India and 25 other judges. Article 124 to 147 of the Constitution of India lay down the authority of Supreme Court. Then High Court. High Court are the highest judicial body at the state level. Article 140 lay down the authority of High Court in India. The High Court exercise civil or criminal jurisdiction only. In the subordinate court in the state are not to try the matter. High Court may even take appeals from lower courts. High Court judges are appointed by the President of India upon the Constitution with the Chief Justice of India. The Chief Justice of High Court and the Governor of the state. Then District Court. This district court are the established by the state government of India for every district or group of district basis on the population density. District court are under the direct administration of the High Court and the bound by the judgment. Every district generally has two kind of court. First is civil court and second is criminal court. The judicial authority of the Supreme Court. Article 141 and Article 44 of the Constitution afford the authority and jurisdiction give to the Supreme Court to make a decision and afford the law. Then the jurisdiction system of India is law and rules state for the
Last 3 seconds.
of the citizen. It is responsible to ensure and reinforce law and order. So, lastly, I want to conclude that the court are independent and less basis the legislature. It is protect to fundamental rights of the people in particular the right of the minorities. It is necessary to prevent a
Time
free
up.
and limited government. Thank you.
Good, Sanjeevani. Lot of improvement is there, and humming sound is going off. Grammatical mistakes are very minimal now, but yes, there is lot of scope to improve. Sanjeevani, keep reviewing your performance. Okay, it is improving, but we need to go very high. One day I want you to be speaking at a very high note. Okay, Sanjeevani. Good topic, judicial system, and it's all the nitty-gritties, the different setups at different levels. These are very interesting things to know. A lot of people are not aware generally because we seldom read it. Very rarely we talk these subjects. In general domain, we hardly see and read these topics. Good. It is always a knowledge enhancement for others. Okay. Who is ready now? Suraj, Renuka. Gurjant Saab.
Sir, ready, sir.
Okay. Sanjeevani, keep time.
So just a minute. Okay, sir, you can start.
Good morning, friends. Today's life is the most important concern is a healthy and diseases-free life. To achieve this, we have to maintain our environment as pollution-free. Waste management is also a most important concern in this respect. So, friends, next 2 to 3 minutes, we are going to discuss about single-use plastic. It refers to disposal of plastics intended to be used only once until they are thrown away. Imported to save the earth It is very important concern to save our earth, to save the environment, because 90% plastic is a non-degradable, which we are using in the present day. So, what are the problems with single-use plastics?
अण्णा थोड्या वेळ
First of all,
ऊन पडू दे.
with the manufacturing concerns, because if we are using the more single-use plastic, it will enhance the manufacturing. And manufacturing, for manufacturing, we are using the fossil fuel, and fossil fuel will enhance the emissions of greenhouse gases. It will also harm our environment. Second thing is the single-use plastic is a non-biodegradable. So when we cannot degrade with the bio-concern, then it will also harm our earth and our food chain systems. It will also affect the food chains by taking by the animals and also mixing with our food products. And with the single-use plastic, and the plastic things are very thick, and they are also with the air and other aspect, they are choking our water bodies and also harming the ocean sectors and other water bodies. So, friends, to resolve these all problems, we have to take some way forward solutions. So, first of all, the government and the local authority should also make the waste management uh, waste management policy at the local levels. And second is
Last 30
government
seconds.
and the local authority should make the policies to reuse the plastic for road constructions and other reuse industries. And we can also use the plastic for energy productions. With this all initiative, we have to make the bodies which collect the plastic from the sources, and they deliver at the energy sources. So with these initiatives, we can reuse the we can dig the reuse plastics, and also it will also manage the waste management our initiatives. And also the government and the local authority should promote the use of on bag rather than plastic bag. It should be cotton bag or any other degradable products. And also focus on research and development. We have to work on any sustainable things to make the plastic bag, make the carry bags. So by these actions of promoting and work on uh, reuse plastics, it will also maintain the waste management, our initiatives. And lastly, I will conclude my topic with points by the by adopting alternate from plastics, and making the policy for degradables, making the other alternate to promote the use of cotton bag or any other degradable material bags to reduce the use of single-use plastics. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, Gurjant Saab, very relevant topic from the environment point of view and even waste management point of view, because we are really producing so much and it is becoming a waste, and it is a great challenge for all the human beings all over world. We should say no to plastic. We should have all the things biodegradable. We should have something which is degradable. And plastic is such a nuisance that it is getting created and it has got the decomposing value life more than 2 to 300 years. Even that will be a question mark. Not only plastic, we have to develop a culture for all kinds of waste. Today it is plastic which is visible problem, but tomorrow's world will be e-waste. A lot of e-waste is likely to be around us. The amount of waste which is being created will pose a lot of challenges, severe challenges, and we never know, are all rivers, oceans will be filled with all this dirt. Who knows, because of this dumping there will be some new kind of diseases. new kind of problems. If it is getting dumped into rivers and oceans, the level, sea level may rise. So a lot of environmental concerns are there. Maybe climate change will happen. Little bit rise in temperature is also a likely possibility. All those things are a serious problem. Gurjan Sahab, one suggestion, if you can review speed, like 20 seconds if you have spoken extra, same entire content you have to fit in 3 minutes, and it is possible. Try and feel more momentum, and it will come. More momentum. Like if I say slowly, I will take suppose 1 minute 20 seconds, and same thing I have to speak fast, and it will be adjusted in 1 minute. So feel on that, and you can review, because in SSB when you stand in lecturette or in group discussion, this momentum is also a very key to make more impression. Okay, Gurjan Saab,
Sir, sir. Sure, sir.
just feel about it, because you have to be deliberate to practice कि मुझे और तेज बोलना है, थोड़ी सी स्पीड, जैसे मैं और रेणुका को बोलता हूँ थोड़ा स्लो हो जाओ, बिकॉज सी इज टू फास्ट, और आपको बोल रहा हूँ कि आपको स्पीड बढ़ाना है. ओके
Sir, sir.
ओके, गुड, वेरी
Thank you.
नाइस.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
ओके,
sir.
हु इज रेडी नाउ?
Suraj sir.
ओके, सूरज. गुरजन साहब, कीप टाइम.
Sure. So you can start, please.
Okay, thank you, sir. Good morning, friends. Today, my lecture topic is role of opposition in Indian politics. When we got independence after 1947, sorry, so nobody thought that Indian democracy has running very smoothly. Everybody was criticizing that Indian democracy will ruin in very few years. But now, after 70 years of independence, Indian democracy has running very smoothly and successfully. So, role of opposition in Indian democracy is always been very important. So there are many roles to opposition. So whom to say opposition party in upper house or lower house of Indian Parliament. So the party who got at least 10% second largest voting, so they can told as opposition party. Right now in Lok Sabha there is no opposition party, because no party has got the at least 10% of total vote. And in Rajya Sabha there is a opposition party, that is Indian National Congress. So what is the role of opposition party? First of all, constructive criticism of government is very important. Whenever government takes any decisions in public welfare, so there should be a accountable. They are accountable to the public, because they cannot take any decisions. There should be some parameters putting restriction on organization of and whenever government is filming policy or the public uh, in any matter, so their opposition party always try to restrict the government. So government will take a firm and decisions, long time decision in public welfare. Third thing is that safeguarding liberty, right of people. Whenever government makes laws, so there should not be restrictions on right of people and liberty, because it is our fundamental right, that right to liberty, like right to life. So this should not be hampered because of government decisions. And fourth thing is that expression of public opinion. Whenever we the people elected our representative to parliament and legislatures, and we cannot go to the parliament, but members
Last 30 seconds.
of parliament, they go, so they have to check that they expresses our feelings. So they are the medium between the government and public. So expression of public opinion is very important. Lastly, I just want to say opposition plays a very vital importance in Indian democracy. But one thing is that they should remember that there should be a constructive criticism on government, because last year when Farm Bill was passed, so in Rajya Sabha there was a
Time up.
chaos was created, and the literally bill was thrown at the chairman of Rajya Sabha. So this should not happen, because every house has its own dignity, which should be maintained uh, to run a good and fair democracy. Thank you so much.
Okay, Suraj, role of opposition in democracy, very very important role, as good as the ruling party, because they are the checks and balances on behalf of people. People have given them second position mandate, and they have got equal role to play, provided they play constructive criticism role. Just the word opposition doesn't mean that they should oppose each and everything, but when it will come when the society, the democracy matures. Today we cannot really take pride the way things are functioning. They are not up to the mark. Opposition is not really constructive. Ruling party is also at fault. So we as a democracy is yet to reach that level where we can be proud of utilizing the democratic forum. People are also to be blamed, because still, if the people who are looking forward for subsidies, cheap um, vote related politics, who to be blamed? People. If we reject anything which is freebie, because it will be at what cost? It is at the cost of people's welfare in the longer run. Today it may be something coming freely to their house, whether it is laptop or some kind of TV or freeze or whatever comes during the election period, or a 500 rupee note or a party in the evening. These are all the obstacles for our longer run development. People should realize it. We need to put two equally powerful parties, people in the running of the government. When we are choosing the favorite government, we should have a equally strong opposition. Then only the democratic setup will function well. Otherwise, there is no difference between an autocratic setup and a democratic setup. Okay, good. Lot to speak on this. Suraj, who is ready now? Renuka?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Suraj, keep time.
Yes, sir.
May I
Renuka,
start?
you can start.
Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Yes.
For today's my lecture topic is information technology and the role of India in it. So, the information technology industry is an essential component of our technology-driven economy, as in the 21st century we know. So, in fact, globally, India has been recognized as a knowledge economy due to its impressive IT services, and its IT industries are at the boom. Maybe it would be a year-long established Tata Industries, or now also having the startups, the recent startups. So the IT industry mainly encompasses of the IT services, IT-enabled services or e-commerce services and outsourcing services. Maybe it could be software or hardware and these kind of things. So the IT industry actually accounted for 8% of India's GDP as far as the 2020 as the 2020 economic year concerned. And as we all know that we are yet a developing economy, and hence this IT industry plays a major role in making it to a developed one. India's IT services industry was born in Mumbai in 1967, which, when the Tata Consultancy Services was established. And from the path till then to now has been a long way, but hence we have overcome a lot and achieved a lot also in this. So this industry doesn't only create infrastructure to store and process or exchange information, but also is a large employment generation industry also. So this industry, IT industry, we can say is related to every other sector or a field which we can see today. Education, from education to health services, everything is surrounded from the IT technology. it not only contributed to the economic development of the country, but it has also made our governance more efficient and responsive, as it has made access to government services and information easier and in a bit inexpensive way for the mostly for the rural and remote areas of the people. So information technology has also management delivery of government services and and has hence been more effective in enhancing the transparency. As we all know that we all suffered from the COVID and pandemic era, as it is today also going on, and so this in this Indian IT industry is still showing positive signs and has a
Last
and
30
has
seconds.
emerged as a global economic force in contributing to India's GDP and the economy and in the world economy in general. So at last, I want to share that each field is related to it, even defense field has been a technology prone field to it today, as encryption decryption of data is much mandate not only in the defense but
Time's
in
up.
general also, as right to privacy is one of the new rights that has been evolved and one of the important rights today. So as we have followed a long pathway from 1960s, from creating Tata Industries to now, it has been a long journey, and information technology is a tool that can transform India's industrial revolution to a upper level. Thank you.
Okay, Renuka, was there something which was playing on your mind when you were speaking? There was
So,
something.
so actually, I wanted to include the part of defense more uh, when I was speaking, like contribution of IT in defense, but I wouldn't gather much points.
Because the today you were not giving 100%, there was something missing, because that flow was not natural. You were thinking all the time when you were delivering the speech. Okay, you can stress on few important aspects. Sound like a leader when you stand in lecturette of SSB. Just feel about it, because that is very important. The GTO should notice, and your own audience should notice. Okay, you are speaking like a leader because you have got all the other assets. You can speak well, momentum can be there, confidence has to be deliberately shown, and you have to emphasize on couple of strong points. So feel about it, which are the relevant points where you can stress. Okay, Renuka, very
Yes,
important
sir.
topic, IT, because you see where we are heading. What Renuka was highlighting, that every field has got now something to do with IT, whether it is agriculture, whether it is mechanical field, whether it is, you name a thing, it has to be on IT platform today. We ourselves now, education is being done on IT platform. Tomorrow's world will have artificial intelligence and robotic science coming up on big way. Data analytics has become a bigger thing. Who knows, we will be surrounded by robots in tomorrow's world, maybe in the service section, service sector, we will see a lot of robotic application. Medical science is talking about surgery by minor surgeries by robotic technology. Never know what kind of revolution is coming our way. In next 2 decades will be a very drastic changes all around us. Okay, good. Who is ready now? Omkar.
I'm ready.
Okay, Renuka, keep time.
Yes, sir. You may start.
Okay. Good morning, friends. Today's my lecture topic is energy conservation. In 2080, two-thirds of the total energy used by the America was wasted. In India, also 20% of energy is lost in distribution of the energy. The lots of energy resources squandered that we can never take back. However, there is also one good news. The expert believe that by 2015 we can reduce our total energy uses by as much as 60%, and all it will take in small simple energy conservation. What is the energy conservation? Energy conservation is which when you make a concise decision to use less energy in our day to day life. When we lower that the amount of energy we use we slow down the fossil fuels and help to clean the environment. We also save our money in the dissipation of the energy. Currently, primarily energy sources are fossil fuels like oil, coal, and natural gases are we use. However, fossil fuels are non-renewable energy source that created deep down within the earth surface over the course of millions of years. We are using so fast that we have eventually been exhausted. Also, the burning of fossil fuels lead to carbon dioxide emission that contribute to the global warming. It even creates the toxic emission in air, causes acid rain, smoke, and salt. The benefits of energy conservation is help in the environment protection, prolong the existence of the fossil fuels, and also save our money. We will limit our energy uses, we lowering our impact on environment. The longer we use without making significant changes, the greater the threat of global warming and climate change become to our daily lives. We have to must switch on renewable energy sources like solar, wind energy, biomass, biogas energy. The outside the home, we use the uh, public transportation system, and
Last
hybrid
30
or electric
seconds.
car to help the control the temperature home by planting trees, more and more trees. And inside home we turn off lights and other electronics devices when there is not in use. Lastly, I want to say that the save save energy save life is a good thought. The using the smart devices also help to save the energy. The IoT device control
Timing.
automatically by the phone, and the clean energy is a green energy. So thank you.
Okay, Omkar, conclusion could have been much better. Your flow is coming up, you have improved a lot, and there is a structure which is coming up naturally. Content is very, very simple way it is arranged. So it is coming naturally, Omkar. So why conclusion is not deliberate? Work on it. Okay, it can be a
Yes,
very
sir.
good
Yes.
finish also.
Okay,
Good.
sir.
Energy is a backbone of any country if really wants to be progress, and pro- in our case we want to be a superpower. It will not be possible if we are not energy sufficient and energy surplus. Energy is a very key thing. You want to get empowered in defense sector, energy is really a big requirement. You want to create industrialization, energy is required. You want to create lot of other infrastructures, the energy has got some role to play. Very, very important subject from the strategic point of view, from the nation point of view, because unless and until we are energy sufficient, energy surplus, and we are looking forward, especially from renewable energy, clean energy, to do something more. And that is the great hope that we are moving very fast and we will be a stronger nation in tomorrow's world. Okay, Vikas, Vivek, who is ready now? Vikas, are you
Yes, sir.
there?
I'm
Vivek, okay. Omkar, keep time.
Yes, sir.
Vivek,
Yes,
be
sir.
free. Whatever way you want to participate, this is your first day practically. Yesterday you were there, good. Okay, you can go ahead.
yes, sir. Good morning,
Okay,
first of
Vivek,
all.
you can
Of
start.
all. Yes, yes, yes. Good morning, sir, and all of you. Today I am going to deliver my speech on the soil. Uh, the term itself, soil is agriculture. Agriculture itself, meaning as a cultivation of soil. So soil is a basic nutrient component provider for the Indian soils and the other states, others also. The Indian soil is majorly less in micronutrients as we provide the much more things like NPK for the production of much more crops and the other. Basically, Indian soils and especially Maharashtra soils is classified as a black soil and red soil. First of all, a black soil is a generally available or found in the Maharashtra Plateau. Black soils have a high water holding capacity. So the crops were grown in the black soil are cotton and several pulses crops. On the other hand, red soil is generally found in the hilly areas, like the Konkan coastal region, and also included that the hilly areas means there is a high rainfall. So the accordingly to that, red soil have low water holding capacity. And now moving the forward that formation of soil. Formation of soil is a basic component for the weathering the rocks and the minerals. Weathering of rocks means the minerals are accumulated in the rocks, and the free of the minerals is called the weathering of rocks. And the first of and then major important topic is the soil erosion. Today now we are taking some chemical measures for the production of more and more field crops, as we are observing the more population and increasing the food demand in the global market also. So the farmers used to apply the chemical fertilizers over the organic one. So the erosion containing the agriculture cultivation practices, high rainfall and vegetation also impact on the soil erosion. Then what will happen? We can do soil conservation. Soil conservation means the production. Soil conservation means the protection of the soil. Soil conservation also the different types. We can take mulches, means the plastic mulches and stone mulches also there. And plastic mulches contain the
40 seconds.
plastic foils on the crops. So the herbicides and the pesticides are lessly useful for them. Counter cultivation is also there, and cropping system. Innovative cropping system can we also apply on that. But the scientists develop a soil-less technique that is uh, scientists develop a technique that is hydroponics techniques, means the cultivation of the crops
Time up.
without the soil. Uh, okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Vivek, I'm really impressed. You gave a very good lecturette. Okay, and you could have concluded, but it's okay. You finished when you said time up. No issue. Your grammar is good. Your vocabulary is reasonably good. You can really see within a month you are reaching to a reasonable level. Only thing, confidence. It will come with practice, and speak little loudly. It indicates good confidence, and stress upon your points. General guideline for lecture it is: you introduce your subject 30 seconds, 2 minutes you elaborate, 30 seconds you reserve for good conclusion, so that whatever you have spoken it is summarized and you are giving some kind of way ahead. Hydroponics, which you are saying in the end, is a future. Soilless things, rooftop farming, or maybe at least limited to vegetable. So uh, we need revolution in agriculture. We need soil related studies. We need data, and then only we can really empower our agriculture sector. And if we keep saying that 70% people are dependent on agriculture, why not to then work more and bring more employment, more attractive and lucrative things into agriculture sector, so that our rural economy gets emboldened and powerful. So people don't migrate to urban areas unnecessarily. We should have enough opportunities in rural area. So soil related studies and soil related data will be very helpful for farmers to go for something new and use technology also. Good, Vivek, very nice. You can review your own thing once we put it on recorded version. Okay, Vikas, are you there? I think is not connected. Okay, Bansod Sahib, you want to speak something? Are you there? Bansod Sahib, you are mute, I think. You want to speak something? There is one more member, Yogesh. Yogesh want to speak? That is introduction. Okay. Anyone who has got any point? No? We are timely finishing because generally we want to finish by 8:30. Today couple of students were not there who were regular generally. Okay, we will finish here.
So I just had one doubt.
Yes, Renuka.
So in today's my lecture, actually I tried to control my speed, so I think that hindered the confidence.
Yes, that was major reason. But see, when I say, see, it is an adjustment. It will come with practice. Uh, in the bargain of very quick speed or fast flow, what happens? Lot of words are not spoken the way it should be highlighted. That is my worry. When you have got a very important point, it should not go just as a passing thing. So feel about it. Listen to some of the good orators. You will see, uh, not like politicians who are very slow. No, that doesn't mean that way. Uh, you have to achieve optimum speed in your or rhythm, but at the same time when there is a very critical point you are emphasizing it and it is getting conveyed also to the audience. Absolutely, even if you maintain your whatever standard is there, there is no harm. I am just polishing. You are absolutely flawless on that. There is no worry. Only thing that humming sound and all those things you can work on that. It should not be there. It should not be there in your entire speech. Like everyone has got that type that comes now. We don't come
Yes,
to
sir.
know unless we hear ourselves. Now there is an opportunity you can hear. So work on that. Otherwise, don't get bothered about speed. I just wanted to polish it further. So I could make out because of that little caution. You were, I think, very conscious about your speed. Don't worry, be natural. It will set automatically. If you start highlighting couple of good points, it will automatically set. That momentum will be controlled. Don't worry. Okay, Renuka?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
Yes, Subodh.
sir, one more point is that when we took a card and we see all the topics which are different, and we don't know about many points regarding that so means I pick up a topic today just like reservation policy, so I don't know anything about it. So should we forcefully pull the other points to imbibed in it and we should deliver a lecture it, or we should prepare it?
See, this is a natural thing we want to inculcate, that we see a card, we know, suppose hypothetically 100 topics we can speak on. But now here is a exam where you got a card, you got four limited topics, and within that there is a high probability that you know something. It will not be a scenario that you don't know or you are clueless on all four topics. It is not going to happen if you are reasonably practicing, and I feel none of you will face that situation. So reasonably knowing one of that topic which you feel okay, among these four this is the best I can speak, and immediately you should be forming up your structure: introduction, main body, and conclusion. And you should be structuring it at least 4 to 5 big points and elaboration of it. So pulling other points like facts and figures, there are so many common data I keep harping upon, whether it is population related, employment related, gender related, India statistics. You should always have at the back of mind, and wherever you feel relevant, pull in. So that smartness you have to practice it in regular sessions. That like today you have reservation policy, you can pull in the population statistics like women related, caste related, overall job related, then reservation in promotion. So different sectors you can talk. So data is what you should be smart enough to utilize. Data is ocean. So from that you should be smart enough to pull up very relevant things and basic things. Don't go for very high level of talking. No, like today you can make out, you can review. Omkar has just delivered a very normal speech, and I'm sure that he is not pitching it or deliberate on pitching it at higher level. No, he is naturally making it simple. He may not be aware also, but he is making it simple, and it is improving his own standard, because I know where he started. He must be realizing now how he is growing. Like today Vivek spoke first time in this forum, so he can review his own today's performance and compare it after 1 month performance. This is how you have to compare your own psychology, how you think before speaking, how you really speak, whether it is coming the way you want, and thereafter you can improve, and it will automatically happen. Even if you are not deliberate upon it, don't worry, Subodh, it will automatically happen. Okay,
Yes, sir.
don't get bothered, you all are doing very good. You are picking up card and within few minutes if you are delivering, that is the ultimate standard. Okay, even best of the speakers can't do it, so it is naturally tuning you all. Okay, anyone else who wants
Yes.
to speak or give at least introduction? Govind is there, Yogesh is there. Do you want to give introduction? Something about you, your name, your background, where are you, what you are studying?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, Govind.
Hello, sir.
Yes, yes.
Ha, sir. Myself, Govind Janardhan Bhalerao. I studied MPSC. Sorry, sir, but
Okay, okay, go ahead.
my English.
Okay,
Hello, sir.
see, English is just lack of practice because you can
Uh,
write good essay. I know if you are practicing for MPSC and aiming to join class 1, class 2 level job, it is just lack of exposure. You are not spoken so far.
yes.
That is the only problem. You are now in Aurangabad hostel.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Maratha Hospital.
okay. My only suggestion is, what is your qualification?
Sir, BA graduate.
Okay, my only suggestion to all these hostel boys is 10 minutes, just 10 minutes, speak among yourself. Start
Yes, sir.
speaking in English. I had advised Jadhav sir also, or even
Uh,
Bansode sir, that
yes,
in
sir.
hostel you should make compulsory. You will not talk any other language at least for a couple of months. Speak only English. Forget about that
Yes.
entire day. Just 10 minutes you come together and speak in English. That is the
Oh, oh,
very good way of picking it fast. Okay.
okay, sir.
Okay, Govind. See,
Okay.
today
Thank
Vivek, I think from hostel only, has spoken very well. So, Vivek, you
you.
can take
Vivek,
lead and
Vivek,
organize your group. Okay, Vivek.
Yes.
Yogesh, you want to speak? No, will take some time. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Suraj.
Sir, any suggestions to me?
No, no, it's okay.
Okay, sir. Okay,
No
thank you,
worry.
sir.
Okay, we will end here. Bye. Good day. Jai Hind.
Jane, sir.
Jain sir.
Okay, Jai Hind, sir.
Jane, Jane, sir.